Tonight I'm going to be doing an old family recipe. Polish sausage with sauerkraut and beans using Bush's baked beans. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up about half of this sauerkraut with the same amount of beans, 50-50. You could do more beans if you want more beans. Alright, so here's half the jar of sauerkraut, and I only have a little bit of juice in there. I drained some of the juice out of there, so I didn't want any of the sauerkraut juice. Now I'm going to mix in half a can of the beans in here. Alright, I'm gonna mix this all the way around, get this all nice and mixed up. So I got my beans and my sauerkraut mixed together, and this recipe is so simple and I love it. All we do is we're going to simmer the beans and the sausage all together in this pan and cook it up. And then I'm going to make some polenta on the side. And so we'll have this beans and sauerkraut and Polish sausage and polenta, and that's going to be our dinner for tonight. So this is mixed up nice. Let me spray this down. Got my olive oil spray. Alright, let me put some of this in here. Nice layer on the bottom. And I got another half can of beans and some more. Actually, I'll just put all this in. If I want to put some more on top, which I might, I'll just mix up some more sauerkraut and beans. Same thing, 50-50 for that. So I want this to be a nice layer on the bottom. I'm going to take my Polish sausage, put that in there. This one's good in the middle. You can get any kind of your favorite brand of Polish sausage you want. You could use your favorite brand of beans. You don't have to use Bush's baked beans. So now I'm going to put some more beans and sauerkraut on top. So I guess I'll use the other half. This can be cooked in the crock pot too, but this has always been cooked on the stove like this on low. So we'll put this on top. Turn my flame on. Right now it's on high. Smear this all on top like this. So we got our beans and our sauerkraut and our sausage all in the same pot, all cooking up. I'm gonna just cover that up. It's covered real nice. And when it starts to simmer, I'll turn it down to medium-low. Alright, as that's going, let's go ahead and get started on our polenta right here. This is gluten-free polenta. This is all gluten-free. This is gluten-free. The whole dinner is gluten-free. So I'm going to use some chicken stock instead of water. Adds a little more flavor to the polenta. Measure this out. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6. Top this off with a little water. So I got 6 cups of chicken broth in there. I'm going to bring this to a boil before adding my my polenta and stirring that up. I'm going to add some garlic powder to this. Just sprinkle a little in there. There, that's good. A little garlic powder. Gonna add some onion powder. There's some onion powder in there. I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning. A little Italian seasoning in there. I got my white pepper. And some black pepper. I'm not going to add any salt because I'm going to add Parmesan cheese and salted butter at the end. So that's gonna make it salty enough. I don't need to add any salt to it. I got some. All right, so white pepper, black pepper. Whisk this together while I wait for it to boil. Oh, this is starting to simmer, so I'm going to cook this down. I'm going to turn this down to between medium and low and just let it simmer. By the time I'm going to cook this for a while, this is going to take about 15-20 minutes. Let's see what it says here. It says cook. Well, it says 5 minutes, but we'll do about 15 minutes. We'll know when it's supposed to be ready. So we bring this to a boil, we whisk this in, and then this says it only takes about 5 minutes to cook and then a couple minutes to let it stand. We'll be adding this stuff later. Done with that. This is a nice rolling boil, so we have our, we're going to add our grits now. Our grits. We're going to add our polenta, which is basically just cornmeal grits for Italians. So I got 2 cups. There's 1. 2. Remember, this is Red Mills. This is Red Mills. All right. Turn it down a little bit between high and medium, and I'm going to whisk this up. Now look at this. I'm just going to keep whisking this. So I'm going to put the timer on 15 minutes. And I'm just going to keep stirring this, whisking it for the time it takes for this to become nice, solid polenta. You can see it started to thicken up already. Some of the things I could do, oh, let's get that. There you go, that's nice. It's starting to bubble up real nice. All right, I can add some minced garlic, stir it up. Turn this down to medium. Turn it down between medium and low now. I don't want it bubbling too much. I just want it nice and hot. All right, so I can add some of my Parmesan cheese here. Stir that in. Keep it bubbling. Add a little more Parmesan. Oh, it smells so good. This is really good. You can see this is simmering. I can turn this down a little bit. This is simmering really well. The sausage is cooking. So in a couple minutes, I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna. This is nice and thick. This is really nice and thick over here. Still cooking. Head it down low. I'm gonna have it between low and medium. Just make sure I whisk it really good. Now at this point, I'm gonna add some this nice butter. So it's nice and buttery now. We got nice and, you can add a whole stick, because when you make polenta or grits, you really can't have too much butter. It's just part of the flavor. Alright, this is still cooking. Keep stirring it. Butter getting mixed in, melted up real nice. I like it. I don't like it too creamy. I like a nice heavy consistency. If I wanted it to be creamier, I get to a point where it's like this. I'd add some milk to it until I got just the texture I like. But I want something like a nice thick mashed potato consistency for these grits, for this polenta. They're grits. There they are. That's what they are. They're grits, but they're polenta because I'm making them Italian style. All right, I'm going to turn this down to low while I deal with my Polish sausage. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Get all the rest of this in this sauce. Look at all this nice juice. This is the sausage juice, and the sauerkraut and the beans. All that wonderful flavors all coming together in a nice marriage. All right, so here we go. I'm going to flip this inner sausage over like that. Then I'm going to flip over my outer sausage ring like this. And now I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let this cook for another 10 minutes on a nice low simmer. So I got my timer on with the grits. Let me see these. I'm gonna give this a taste right now. You know when your grits are done because they taste good. If they're all gritty, they're not done. This is perfect. This polenta is perfect. Tastes so good. Beautiful flavor. All right, so I can put this aside and just let it sit, and it's going to continue to turn off, no heat. It's going to continue to have a nice consistency to it. So just let it sit over there. I got this on for 10 minutes. We're going to let this simmer for another 10 minutes, just how it is right now. And then this will be ready, and everything will be ready to eat. All right, so these should be done. The sausage should be done. So how you could check, you got to cut these anyways. You give it a nice cut, and no, it's not done all the way. So we're going to leave this in here to simmer a little bit. But you just go ahead and cut these into serving sizes. You see it? It could be done, but it's a little bit pink in the middle. So we're going to keep this going. All right, here and here, and then this also makes it easier to move around. So I go ahead and I could turn this over again like this. Got there. Go ahead and turn all of this over. And then I'll cover it up again and let it cook for about another 5 minutes probably. Just keep it all cooked like this. Like I said again, this could have been put in a crock. I could have put all this stuff in a crock pot, and I cooked it on low for 4 hours or high for 2 probably. Would have been fine, but this is how it's always been done. So instead of the crock pot, I'm going to do this on the stove just like this. And obviously this polenta, oh, look at how good, it's nice and firm. This is exactly how I wanted it. And it's so good. Almost like mashed potatoes on the side. Tastes so good. It's amazing. Okay, this is done now. This is done. So I'm going to turn this off. My polenta was already off. Go ahead. Oh, look at that. That looks good. And this is how we serve it. You get yourself some polenta. And remember, this is nice. Look how nice this is. All right, there's creamy polenta. I could even just add heavy cream or just whole milk to this right here, but this is how I want this. I want this to be a nice, nice solid polenta, all right? Almost like mashed potatoes. And then, if I wanted to, I could refrigerate this, and I could, this polenta cooked just like this. I could refrigerate this into squares, and then tomorrow I could fry it in a pan fry it. That's always good. All right, let's get some the sausage here. Put a piece of sausage here, and then go ahead and get your beans and kraut. Put that all over the top of it. All right, leave that there. So here we go. This is Polish sausage cooked in Bush's baked beans. You can use any kind of baked beans you want. I use the original Bush's baked beans and sauerkraut over polenta, Italian style polenta. So let me give this a taste. Make sure it's as delicious as I always remember. Let's go ahead. Oh boy. The sausage looks perfect. Oh, it's so good. Let's see. It smells good. I want to get a little bit of everything on there. So let's go. Mmm. This is delicious. This is really good. I love it. I always love it mixed in with the polenta. You can put the polenta on the side, but I love everything mixed together. It's so good. You're gonna have to try this. Fantastic.